Now, I don't know if you saw this. You're a big RPG guy, Arch. You like RPGs and you like tabletop gaming and things like that, yeah?
I do like rocket propelled grenades, yes.
Yes, it's good stuff. Are you familiar with RPG.net? RPG.net.
Sounds like a forum of some kind.
It is a forum, and it's been around since 1996. It's been around for a long, long time, has a lot of information, a lot of conversations that have taken place over the last 30 plus, going on 30 years here. It's been a website that's been around for a long time. They made a decision. They have made a decision over at RPG.net, and that decision is to, well, you're going to be banned if you talk about the Orange Man. From the forum administrator, new ban, do not post in support of Trump or his administration. Blabs, I would like for you to read.
I'm just curious if this has anything to do with any other administration, or is it just one? Something to think about.
What do you think, Blabs?
Something to think about. I'm assuming it's just one, which is pretty shitty. The following policy announcement is the result of over a year of serious debate by the moderation team. Which again, questions me what I just said. The decision is as close to unanimous as we ever get. It will not be the subject of further debate. We have fully considered the downsides and ultimately decide we have to stay true to our values. We will not pretend that evil isn't evil or that it becomes a legitimate difference in political opinion if you put a suit and tie on it. We are been in support of Donald Trump or his administrations on the RPG.net forums. This is because his public comments, policies, and the makeup of his administration are so wholly incompatible with our values that formal political neutrality is not tenable. We can be welcoming to, for example, persons of every ethnicity who want to talk about games, or we can allow support for open white supremacy. Not both. Below will be an outline of the policy and a very incomplete set of citations.
Pretty outstanding. I mean, really, extremely tolerant right here. I think I really appreciate most about how it will not be the subject of further debate. What they say goes. It's almost dictatorial, if you will, or fascist, if you will, to shut down the conversation around this simply by mentioning Donald Trump or his administration. They
also openly called everybody who doesn't agree with this statement a white supremacist. Even if they're black or Asian or Hispanic or, gay, you are a white supremacist.
By the way, there's one last little bit here at the bottom here, Blabs. You going to read that?
We have a community here that we've built carefully over time, and support for elected hate groups aren't welcome here. We can't save the world, but we can protect and care for this small patch that is this board.
Arch, you got any thoughts on that?
Well, I am, of course, a vocal supporter of the white supremacist cause, now headed by Tulsi Gabbard.
That's right.
A woman.
That's right.
Yes, as a key component of being white supremacist is embrasure of delicious brown women. Has been so for a very long time these days. And that also, I think, answers Blabs' question. Is this just one administration? Yes.
Of course it is. Of course it is. Now, I would like to highlight here that in their statement, they talk about being, apolitical. They talk about, how important it is for them. They didn't want to be political, and but they will not pretend that evil isn't evil, or that it becomes a legitimate difference of political opinion if you put a suit and tie on it here. Arch, what were you going to say?
I mean, apolitical here simply just means for the left and not for anything else. Simple as.
Well, it's funny you mentioned that because I did a little research on this and actually went to the RPG.net forums. And what greets you literally at the top of the page? Look at how tolerant they are. They're so tolerant at the top, right there, ready to go. Just meet you right there. Because why not? Because it's right there staring you at the face when you first walk in, which I think tells you everything.
I also like how it says now on Blue Sky also.
Of course. Yeah, absolutely. This is the fake tolerance that you see, and it's all guised with the idea of, it's disguised with the idea of like, look at how accepting we are. We're so accepting because we are enabling mental illness over here. It's amazing to see the amount of acceptance that is in the gaming space. And once again, they're not here. This is all gaming, by the way. They're not here to save the world, guys. They're here to protect and care for the small patch that is that board. So their job is to protect you from Orange Man now. By the way, Arch, have you seen the footage of Donald Trump and his administration wrangling up all the transgender and gay people and putting them in camps? Have you seen that footage?
Not yet, but I'm hoping it'll emerge any day now.
I mean, there's been a lot of talks of this. There's a lot of people who are very scared for their lives. Blabs, have you seen this footage at all?
No.
Okay, I haven't seen it either.
That's why.
That's right, because it doesn't exist. That's right. Because these people are so scared. It's amazing to see. So
it was the bishop in the church at the beginning of the Trump administration. You saw that when he was going to a sermon, and the bishop, some lady bishop, started talking about how everyone is so afraid now.
That's right. That's right. Everyone is so afraid. And what are they afraid of?
The evil right-wing death squads, I'm sure.
Yeah,
the ones that were supposed to arrive last term, and yet this was a campaign promise that went unfulfilled.
That's right. We are now 4+ years into this this campaign here, and there's yet to be a single person rounded up and put into a death camp. But hey, whatever. Well, that's go ahead.
Just the left-wing view of it, which is my politics isn't political because I'm just a good person. Your politics is political, so I get to ban it.
It's amazing. So, well, good for RPGNet for being the vastly superior, morally superior people and letting everybody know that. Congratulations. Blabs, I'm sorry to hear. We do have news, unfortunately, for Blabs.
You are racist.
Awesome.
Okay. Some other fun news that's come out since this administration has returned to office is we saw the Gulf of Mexico be renamed to the Gulf of America. Arch, your thoughts?
Funny. It is insignificant, but funny. I mean, I just kind of adore how Donald Trump has come into office with the full realization that he is the only superpower on earth and is now going to start bullying people. I mean, before the election, especially over in Europe, there were so many European leaders who were like, yes, we've got a plan for how to deal with Trump. And yeah, they do. The plan is to bend over and take it.
He is definitely letting people know that the United States is the boss. And I think that's really pretty funny, to the point to where he's renaming bodies of water. Now, I did see this meme where it was somebody who was upset that he renamed the Gulf of Mexico the Gulf. He's like, I will not call it the Gulf of America. And then somebody responds with like, but then why would you dead name it? And their brain breaks at the idea of it. Anyways, one of those persons who just can't get past this idea of the Gulf of America is IGN reviewer Len. Now, this is a post from Nerd Cognito over on X, where this person has been caught. Yes, that's an IGN reviewer threatening to deduct points from a video game score because of politics. Yes, they are still employed. This is why a secondary media of small voices, including yours and ours, is so vitally important. This person saying, I'll take a whole point off a review score for any future maps games that call it Gulf of America. You think I'm joking? You think I want to do this forever? I can start some fires on the way out. Try and call the bluff. Nobody has ever let this amount of soft power go to their heads before. So there we are. We have this person who is, they're going to fight the power by deducting scores on video games, Arch.
It's truly a terrifying proposition, no doubt.
And wouldn't you know it, this person is so strong in their beliefs. Blabs, I bet you know what happened here. As soon as it happened, what happens?
Protected or blocked or both.
That's right. They went into protected mode over here pretty much immediately because they clearly, oh, by the way, they just want to point that out. It's important.
An elf.
Yes, and some sort of elf. So give it up for Len over here, if that is Len's real name. To the point
Probably
where
like Robert.
Yes, Johnny. But we're at the point to where, like, I actually would love to see some see this person like actually review a game that actually had the Gulf of America in it. And maybe they should what if we went into a game that took place in the United States that actually did receive a patch that changed the Gulf of America to the Gulf, or the Gulf of Mexico to the Gulf of America. I wonder how that would go over in their world. Probably very, very bad. I don't know. I think this is one of those things where you have somebody who is ideologically captured, keeping in mind that San Francisco is the home base for IGN. What do you get at IGN in San Francisco? People like Len.
It's just the standard usual nonsense. Our politics are good, your politics bad, therefore I will use any tools at my disposal. It's a wonderful thing to see, because it just allows our side to understand that, there really isn't a whole lot of coexistence with these people, and they can't really do any damage. I mean, does anybody take IGN or PC Gamer's review scores seriously anymore?
No, of course not. But what was interesting about she-they's statement was that they said, do you think I want to do this forever? Like, do you think that they want to review video games forever? No, they don't. This person is literally a tourist in the industry. They have no end. Like, you would think that if you're that passionate, you would want to review games forever. But no, you feel the need to promote your activism while just using games as a canvas for you to do so.